he's at 4 health.
Oh yeah, I can also give him some health. That's
Oh wait,
very
yeah, I can give. He took a short rest. He gets hit dice.
nice.
Your dragon gets hit dice.
It's
That's
4
nice.
out of or
No, he doesn't
something
get hit
out of
dice. I
what?
just can resummon him after a long rest.
Oh, okay.
What's his current like? What is his max HP?
His max HP is 20.
20. Okay.
He has 20 hit points and 16 AC.
Mm,
He has a higher AC than I do.
nice.
Later on, he actually becomes stronger than I do because, like, he gets. I
Well,
think
he's a
one of my
dragon.
higher level ones, he
Mhm.
has more hit points and higher AC than me.
Nice. I'll just put in 4 out of 20. You can just change that because, you should be able to uh, do that with a character.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I can just type it in. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I guess that's where we are going to actually like probably leave this room because this room is still scorching hot and not nice
Yeah,
to
this
like
is
so
not the long
the
rest
short rest
space.
was about as long as you can stay. This is like a sauna.
For once, I'm agreeing that Sherwin should lead through the door because nobody thinks
Oh,
about
me?
Ben harder
Oh,
than this guy.
Lord, me?
As much as he does.
I believe
Wow.
I can make my way out now that this little trappy doodle's gone.
No,
No
never
one thinks
Sherwin.
about a bed harder than Sherwin does.
I am
Try,
pretty
You're not
tired.
wrong. You're
try
really
to
not
think of the
wrong.
room where he fought the goblins. Think of that bed.
Oh, he's not gonna think of that bed. I can already
Oh,
tell you that right
Gonna
there's
think
now.
about a bed.
there's one bed that's my favorite bed.
Yeah, he's
No,
gonna
I
think
know,
about
but that
his
that door
favorite bed.
doesn't have a lock. That door doesn't have a lock on it, Sherwood. Like
The
you need
door
to.
does have a lock. The
Do
The
one
door
in the
does have a lock.
bedroom with
You
the
found those.
spelled bedroom has a lock. Has one way in and a locked door. But it's a
Okay.
spelled bed. I think we took care of the spell problem.
The other place also has like a bigger room that we could fit all in comfortably, as opposed to a
Yeah,
small bed chamber.
this is Sherwin.
Well,
All
you
of
know,
the
I'm
in
just
this
gonna
room.
walk through this little portal and we'll see what happens.
Oh no!
Exactly. What do you are you is Sherwin actually trying to,
Sherwin
hang
is really, really pondering deeply which bed he likes best.
okay.
Like he's just
Okay.
going back and forth in his
Hmm.
brain, like really just trying to work it out.
Just trying to kind of figure out what your favorite bed is, right?
Yes.
Kind of thing. Okay. Let me see
Slightly
what
miffed that his
do.
favorite bed doesn't instantly put him to sleep anymore.
I
Well,
mean, it still
the thing is,
does.
yeah, the bed itself does that.
Yeah, we never
So
figured out what I was gonna say. We never fixed it. We took away the
you
covers,
you did
but I still
Okay,
can't.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
you
take the
guys took my
blanket off the
blankie.
bed. Like there was a cover on it. You did take the blanket that you have is out of the box in there. Like there was a little chest and there was a blanket. Really was a like a cloak. But you took your blanket out of there.
It was a nice blanket.
Yeah, so that's where you got those. Okay. Let's see. I'll probably have you roll something. Just gonna have to see. I guess a D. Well, no,
Soren, you don't have to
has to
spell
be at least
magic
a
yet, do
D8.
you?
Good idea, but we'll see which bed you
Oh
come
man,
to, and you can just ponder that one in the bed or by the bed, I guess. Um,
yeah, not quite there yet.
roll a roll a D roll a D10, please,
A
Sherwin.
D10.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do that here.
Love a good D10 roll.
Yeah.
Booyah, baby.
7.
I'm
Alrighty.
just saying, if he passes out on that bed, I'm gonna just pass out on top of Sherwin.
Okay. So don't wonder why it's getting black. I'm turning the dynamic lighting back on. So anybody who, doesn't have. And then
Probably
I will get
looks
you to
great.
somewhere. Yeah, doesn't it? Um, then you all get to that
Oh,
room
I
with
made
that
it.
bed.
oh.
That's nice. That is nice.
I,
So yeah,
I knew this was the better bed.
Okay, have we run
exactly.
into our new compatriot yet?
You kind of. It depends a little bit. Right now, you're still just the three of you, but you just stumbled in, and we'll see where this goes. Could you roll, let's say, a d6 for me, Solomon or Travis, whichever one. Travis rolls and Solomon gets it. You can
Got
either
a
just
5.
use. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, first of all, this is just the three of you
Oh,
for
live
now,
and let's die.
and you just
Appreciate you.
stumbled into this room. You can just put your tokens back on. I actually took most of them out from earlier, but let's see. So it would be Sherwin first, right? Like he's always somewhere where the bed is.
Yeah, you
And
know, I
then,
just
yeah,
mosey on over.
Nice, we
where
made
where would
Squeak small.
Thorin
I
go?
love it.
Yes, Squeaks is smaller than you guys now. Okay, you just kind of stumble right onto the bed.
And he's out.
Where does Thorin want to be? Okay, you just kind of go there. So
Picking up
do
I
you
scrap.
want to
immediately
talk about
close and
this?
lock the door.
You can, yeah, you can close the door, and
Yeah, I
you
close and
know
lock it.
you have the key. As you close it,
Doing good, doing good.
there's this moment where something is actually kind of falling against the door. Like it's almost closed. There's still a little bit of a slit, and you see somebody or something.
I would
Looks
Are they
pull
coming
out my
straight for the
short sword,
door?
be like, "Get ready, guys!" And I open it up, and then I reach through with my free hand and I grab whatever it is and I pull it in and throw him on the ground and I get ready to stab down on it.
okay. Sherman's fast asleep. He doesn't notice any of this. So it's just the two of you. Well, the three of you with Squicks. And you have. I'll just put him on here. I made you smaller than the others actually because I made you
Is it cringy?
So
this.
can I
Yeah,
kind of
just to
explain
correct
maybe
the
how this
character.
goes?
You stumble into this room and getting kind of. He's trying to get you dragged. We'll see how that goes in just a second.
So
Just
that's
describe
that's
yourself.
fine. I'll actually kind of okay. So I guess maybe you know kind of turn, look, go to grab, and there's this like you go to grab where somebody's normal like collarbone or like collar would be, and
Hmm
your hand kind of hits like a big gradually like chest or torso, and in front of you kind of look up and there's this just giant, I mean it's 7'8", like 300 and roughly 40 pounds standing thing, just a monster, just like rippling, like just like insanely buff, extremely menacing. And you
Scary.
go to grab it and like it's holding one candle, trying to like navigate through this place. And it sees you and it kind of like looks at you and it goes, oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you trying to you trying to throw me down? And then he like grabs your hand and he lets you like throw him in the room. He's like, oh, oopsies. Oh, look at me,
Shut the
clumsy me.
fuck up.
He
Shut
just kind
me.
of like
This is the
stops.
Blake.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, now this is
"What
a
the fuck?"
conundrum.
And I realized, oh no, I've fallen down, and I fall down. This
Stop
bothers
it.
me. How kabibbles.
I'm like, well, all
And it's
right.
like thud, like boom, like I probably woke
Mhm.
you up. So he has he wears it like a backpack, but a huge tower shield on his back. He doesn't seem to be brandishing any weapon. He has like a large satchel on his side, and he has like a couple javelins, but the javelins look like almost like a short sword, like a long sword to a normal person, but a short sword on him, kind of deal. But he just falls in. He's like, "Ow, no, I've fallen and I can't get up."
He just like stops and he goes, "Well, this is odd. Um,
I really wish I
what do
wasn't
y'all reckon
magically
we should
asleep
do
right
with this
now.
one?" And he kicks the door closed behind him and he locks it.
I'm
Uh,
gonna wink at the one that threw me down and go,
It's like, cause like I know I didn't just throw you down like that.
Yes.
Like I'm like,
Yes, you do know that.
okay, like
Mhm.
Oh, good
that
reference
didn't
in the
that
chat. Nice.
didn't
Yeah.
go.
It's immediately what I'm imagining that guy ripped as
Oh,
hell,
no.
8 feet tall,
Just
like
massive.
Yeah, like my guy's like 5 something
Yeah.
max. Like he's a lied, like dexterous base character. There's
He's a
no
cat
way
person.
he just tossed
Like,
you like
I
that. He's
looked
like,
down, saw you try to grab me, and you were like, "Uh-oh," and then I was like, "Oh, oh yeah, all right, no worries, I got this," and just kind of went with it.
yeah. I was like, so like at that, I like kind of like the sword drops to my side. I have it in a reverse grip, and I
Mhm.
like kick the door shut and close it. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck just happened here?
Ah, don't hurt me.
uh, well, state your business, I
I'll,
guess.
I'll like really slowly and awkwardly, because like I have this tower shield on my back, so it's like a shitty turtle trying to get up. Like, oh,
Mhm.
hold on one second,
Oh, you just
and I
wait.
like I stand up, and I'm like, oh, and I like dust myself off, and I go,
Mhm.
"Pleasure to meet you. My name's Solomon Longdew. I'm a paladin."
Yeah, all you
Nice.
hear from the bed is loud snoring by a turtle.
I go,
Turtle.
"It's nice to meet you. So I seem to have stumbled down here. I'm very strong guy, and I like defending justice and all that stuff. But clinically, I might be what you would be called medically disabled. Yeah, right. I'm very dumb. You know, some people have like little dogs that can walk around, and they're called service dogs. I'm kind of looking for like a service party that can show me where to go and what to do, because I'm a big lumbering fool."
Uh, all right.
I stick out my big
Fuck.
meaty hand.
I think you just
I like.
disarmed them completely.
I was going to say, like, I grab your finger, like,
And
shake it.
oh yeah, that feels great. That's very nice.
I was like,
Or like, yeah.
uh,
So if you could just show me where to go, I'm pretty much blind, and like I said, I'm a complete idiot. So just happy to be here. If you'd like to just point in a direction, show me what to do, that sounds great and fine with me.
sword.
And I guess could we just retcon this, that I would have cast actually already the detection of evil, and I would have kind of just known these guys weren't evil, so I'm just like very in bed with them.
You can
No
absolutely,
pun
yeah.
intended.
Yeah. It's absolutely reasonable for you to pretty much cast that instinctually when you go somewhere new. Something that would absolutely work. Just having it up as much as you can.
I mean,
So
I
I
you
can
can
highly
just
re-
imagine
use
this
nice.
You've
guy.
definitely flatlined for
Whenever you see
your real.
anybody, yeah.
Like,
Well, this
soon
guy's
as
not
you
smart. This
cross
guy's not
somebody,
smart, but he definitely like he knows these guys aren't evil, and he
yes,
just is like, they'll help.
yeah,
They'll help me. They're nice. They're nice people.
yeah.
I highly recommend sitting on the bed.
I highly recommend don't sitting.
Okay, well, I just shook their hand, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just standing there.
Yeah.
Still kind
So,
of dark.
like,
So.
I'm like really confused right now, and like I look over at sword. I'm like, well, what do you reckon? And then I look down at Squigs. I'm like, Squigs, what do you think? And then Squigs would he like starts to go up and he'll like kind of like curl around in between your feet and then sniff
Oh,
you a
that's
little
nice.
bit
Oh,
and
that's
then
weird.
climb up on your shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
He's a he's a poison drake
Whoa, this
and
thing's kind of
he'd
cute.
start to like lick your face.
Okay, well, even I know what boundaries are. So, hello,
He
friend.
doesn't.
I'm just sitting there, just looking at me. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is terrifying. But I don't move. I just let it happen. I'm like, wow,
It's like, well,
is
Squigs
this
nice.
your service animal?
Oh, well, you can call him that. Squigs, come on. And Squigs jumps off you and lands and curls himself around on my arm.
Oh, yeah, it was very unpleasant, but I kind of liked it.
You'll get used to him.
Very
Uh,
good.
Thorin, what
I
what do
mean,
you think?
with an introduction like that, if we turned him away, I wouldn't be able to sleep right. So,
Yeah, I guess
um,
you're probably right. But you are the smartest one among us. We could wake him up, but let's be real here. It's probably better if we actually just let him sleep this one out.
It's a lot of work to wake him up.
It is a lot of work to wake him up, and I am assed out right now.
If we live long enough, I'm gonna make sure I take care of that bed permanently.
We really got to take care of that bed. It is a hassle.
But it's his favorite bed.
I still vote for burning it.
Yep. Okay, so
I could reduce it and we could toss it through the door.
Well, that's not a bad idea. And then it just show up some random place as a tiny bed.
I mean, it would get large again. It would just be large on the other side of the door.
What if we could get it to toss through into the area where that one fucking guy that killed homie's brothers at? That would be amazing. Just get in there and the king is just passed out on the bed.
I mean,
Boy,
to be
did you
fair,
say toss? I know that magic. I can do that magic.
Oh yeah,
I can
well
toss things.
that's gonna definitely come in handy.
I can cast spells like that. I can cast toss.
I mean, Soren right now is sorely tempted to like cast reduce on the bed with Sherwin on it, and then just let's toss it through. But I'm gonna hold back on that urge.
Well,
okay.
let's take this rest. I'm a real out of everything. I'm good on health. I could take first watch, me and Squigs.
I, need to
I
get
can
some
I can
sleep.
watch for you. I'm very trustworthy. You just met me. I won't kill you in your sleep. I'm
That
huge.
sounds yeah. That sounds really suspect. So I'll take
What do
first
you
watch.
mean?
She can take a nap if you want to.
I
Well,
can
I
watch you
guess you.
sleep. I can watch you sleep with my big hands. No problem. I love just watching
Oh,
people
that's
sleep. It's
great.
it's just
Oh, this
non-violence.
party
I love
just
it.
got even more ridiculous, and I did not think that was going to be possible.
We were such an odd party before. Now it's just
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this is the cherry on top.
Let me watch you sleep. Can I just watch you sleep? Just watch.
Yeah. Oh, so you're gonna watch the whole night?
I can give it a shot.
All right. How about I
By
take the
my
first
math,
watch,
and
you
I'm
take a nap, and then I'll wake you up
all right.
when it's time to switch watches.
All right, and I guess I'll like unhinge the tower shield off my back, and it's like a backpack. It's got like straps on the back, and it's like
Yeah.
boom, boom, and it like falls over, and it's like super loud, and I just
Yeah,
like
you're
lay on
pretty
it and
much
like cuddle up.
yeah, exactly. You kind of, you take the front part of the room, that part here. That's
Yeah.
pretty much like yours now. There's not a lot of space left. The others will have to curl up in the corners next to the bed and stuff because yeah, just, putting down your shield and lying on top of it, you'll take up most of that space.
What race are you?
A Goliath.
Okay, dope.
So the
I
back
know
of my
of a
shield has
guy
like
that
pads
yeah.
on it and stuff. It's huge. His tower shield, he's 7'8", and if he puts his
Mhm.
tower shield like to the ground, he can like it's at his eye level.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking huge.
Almost
Okay,
as big
so
as he is, so yeah.
You're just carrying around a metal door, basically.
I'm like, right before you pass out, I'm
Very
like,
not
so
efficient. It's very dumb.
what's your thoughts on dragons?
Oh, did you say dragons?
Yeah, I absolutely love dragons.
love
I'm trying to
dragons.
make more dragon friends.
Wow, that's interesting. So I've recently started. I worship Bahamut, which is the
Really?
best dragon. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that all right? I can semi agree with you on that. My
Semi means
dragon
like a
deity.
big truck, right? Like you big truck agree with that? It's very
I
nice.
like Astelbor.
Whoa. What a what?
A Stillabor.
Stillable sounds pretty cool.
He's a dragon of knowledge and riches, of course.
Well, I can't really read, so he sounds great.
All right, I think we're gonna get along just fine. Just if there is any more dragons that we interact with, oh, don't worry, I'll make him my friend. It hasn't failed us yet.
Oh, sounds great. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just like for brevity's sake, I'm just gonna like be like yeah and like put a thumbs up and then just like just creepily like fast asleep. Just like
Yeah,
I'm like
okay.
all right, and then just like asleep, and you're just like is he asleep? You
Uh-huh.
like poke him and he's like snoring loud, all that shit.
Okay, so we have now a snoring contest between Soren and Solomon. Um,
As
who
he
both
passes
kind of did the same thing.
As he
Like it's
passes out,
almost
I go over to
yeah.
Sora and I'm like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Soren already kind of curled up in his corner. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
You're the
Sora,
one
you
who's
already passed
resting.
out?
yeah. I didn't sleep when I first got here. I
He
stayed up all
doesn't,
day.
yeah.
Then
Oh,
got
yeah, this is your actual first sleep,
It's
huh?
a long day
I
for
mean,
him. Yeah.
we rested after going knee to knee in a bathroom.
Yeah.
we did,
True.
but that was in a
We did.
bathroom.
That's
This
That
that's
was
true.
in a bathroom. It's this
one-
one doesn't smell as much.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like,
just
"All
very
right,
loud in here right
Squigs,
now.
come here." Just start playing with Squigs.
Okay.
Back against the door, door's locked.
Yeah, door's locked, so I'm not even gonna have you roll for this one. For the first few hours, it's gonna be fine. And if you just, stay awake and try to listen for things, if anything happens, you'll mostly hear very loud snoring and
Yeah, I
nothing
will
else.
take my hour, because I need 7 of them in order to complete a long rest. So then
Mm-hmm.
I'll do my hour and then I'll wake up the new guy and be like, "Well, I guess it's time to find out whether or not we die in our sleep."
Okay.
Because my character is genuinely untrustworthy. Like,
Mhm.
like he's untrusting, I should say. He's trustworthy, but
Yeah,
he's not trusting.
doesn't trust anybody really.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it's gonna take you a solid 5 to 10 minutes to wake this fucking
Yeah.
guy up.
Oh, I'm gonna
Mhm.
have Squigs lick inside your nose.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't even seem to do it.
Yeah, this guy is. He's got some constitution. Poison
Mhm.
tongue up your nose normally does the trick.
Mhm.
But yeah, you get him up and like he'll like clamber to his feet and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, oh, and like do like a big like yawn stretch, and then just kind of like look at you and be like, "Yeah, sorry, time for me to watch you sleep."
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could phrase that differently next time, but it's all right.
All right, no problem at all.
You
And I'll
can
just
watch
like,
around us while we sleep. That's the most important thing. Just sit back against the door. If your back's against that door, I don't think anything's coming through.
I'm just like nodding and I'm like just standing over you and you're like clearly trying to like settle in. I'm like, yeah, all right. Just standing there like huge, like over you, and you're like, yeah, you can
Just
go. And
the
I'm like, yeah,
door. Just at the door.
oh, the door
It's, yeah, just at the door. Just back against the door.
back
Just sit
against the
on it.
door.
Just sit against the door.
Sit against the door. That's a great idea. You guys are really smart. All right. And I'll go over and I'll do that and just sit against the door.
Perfect. Perfect.
Put my tower shield down and I'll sit against the door and just kind of like just whittling away at something.
Yeah.
All right. Is
Okay.
Squigs? Come on. And then Squig curls up, and I use him as a pillow.
Mm. Nice. Okay, so with a Goliath sitting against the door that's also locked, we'll say it's going fine for this night. And you do get your long rests. Everybody who needs a long rest can just, mark that.
That's
And
me.
then,
I need a long rest.
yeah.
Absolutely needed it.
Mhm. Um, it'll be interesting with you'll have the same thing happening that happened with you three as well. That not all of that you just have to kind of adjust to about the same schedule at some point. But for right now, Goliath seems to be fine. He's much fresher and not as beaten up as you were. So this will be okay for the night. And yeah, at some point, I guess everybody but Sherwin can wake up by themselves. Like, you're not magically asleep.
I feel
You
like
can
I'd
just,
still wake up before Soren.
you might very well, yeah. Especially you know, if
Being
you're
a ship
uneasy
captain,
about
I'm used to
Goliath.
Yeah, I was like, I'm an uneasy individual originally, and being a ship captain, I'm used to waking up
Mm,
before the rest of the crew.
I also have
Okay.
like jet lag a little bit, so I'm just kind of
Yeah.
sleeping late.
Yeah. Okay. So you two can just wake up by yourself. So it's now 3 people in this room that are awake. You've had your rest and you know, are up to full on everything else.
I'm gonna
But
look
you
up.
still have Sherwin on the bed. He hasn't like he didn't move all night. It's not like you normally toss and turn at night. He did not at all. Like
So,
if Solomon watched him as well, he was just still and very loudly snoring the whole time.
Solomon,
Otherwise, looking dead.
could you just don't touch the bed? Can you pick him up though? Just
Pick
pick him up,
pick
or
up
just
pick
push
up
him off
what?
the bed. Either way works.
Want me to pick up what?
The turtle, Sherwin.
And I want to say that that he's been sitting here for hours, like with everybody asleep, and he looks and he freaks out. He didn't notice that the turtle's there at all. He's like, "Ah!" And just like fucking like, "Oh, somebody else
Soren,
there?
Soren's
Somebody
gonna,
else sleeping there? You been there
Soren's
the
gonna
whole
crack an
time? Is
eye
he some
open.
kind of magic?"
Soren's gonna
Yeah,
crack an eye
he's
open to look at Solomon and go, "Oh my god, I thought I was dreaming."
Well, that's real
This-
nice. Not every day
that
that
is
somebody
real.
calls you a dream.
You,
Appreciate that.
you
I must be real dreamy. That's incredible.
honestly, and Soren will give him a look up and down and be like, "Well, you know, you do look like you take care of yourself."
That's very nice. I really like your eyebrows.
We'll talk about that later. Let's help our turtle friend.
I think they're great. So you want me
Oh,
to
this
pick
is
up this
wild.
sneaky this turtle over here? You want me to pick it up? I didn't even know he was there. But
Yes,
is he your
Snake
friend?
is. Have you didn't hear him the whole night? He's rather loud.
Oh, I thought that was me. See how that works.
All right, yeah. He's just pick him right straight up.
Give me
And
a
can
thought.
we get rid of this bed, Soren? Just do something about it.
Soren,
If not, we'll
come-
just remove him off of it for now, and then keep him away from it so he doesn't sit back down on it again.
you look back at Soren. He's got his hawk familiar summoned, and his eyes are closed. He's looking through his familiar to look at his eyebrows. Wait, what was that? What?
Soren,
Sorry, you needed something. What?
the bed, Soren. We
I'm
got
gonna
to
reach
deal with
up
the
and
bed.
kind of. I'm gonna touch my eyebrows a second and go, "Oh yeah, okay."
They're beautiful.
You-
Don't worry about
You know
it.
your hawk's like, it looks great.
Your eyebrows are actually rather fantastic. I was really surprised after he mentioned it that I hadn't noticed it before. But
I've just
we
never
got to
gotten the
deal with
compliment
this bed.
before. I've just never gotten that particular.
You're
I've heard
quite
my
an expert.
eyes. A lot of people have talked about my jawline, but never my eyebrows. I'm just.
So Goliaths are from the mountains. They say that the eyebrows are the mountains of the face because they go over your eyes. I don't know where that comes from. Might have just made that up.
I
We'll,
can see it.
we'll just
I
go
can
with
see
it.
So I have the turtle. While I'm saying that, I have the turtle just slung over my shoulder.
Okay.
Perfect.
You sure?
There, like talking to you.
Oh,
Solomon, make a dexterity check. Just a straight dex check.
Oh, dex check.
Oh, shit.
That's not
Is
super
he
great
gonna
for
to
me.
just get him on the
Wait,
bed
just
too.
dex. Okay, no, okay.
I can't
Just
lift an
dex.
8-foot Goliath off
It's
It's
that
not
bed.
too bad.
Oh god damn it.
Plus 2, so 18.
16, 18, yeah. Yeah, no problem. You do pick him up without touching any part of the bed. And you have him slung over your shoulder. He's now not magically asleep anymore. So
what happened? Why am I upside down? I feel really rested though.
Well, Sherwin, don't freak out. We got a new friend
Oh,
who
yes,
is stronger than you.
am I
which
upside down
is
or are
great.
you upside
You are
down?
definitely upside down right
Oh, okay.
now.
This
You
is
could put him on
nice.
the ground again, not on the bed. Put him on the ground again, if you would, Sheldon. Or shit, what is your name? Solomon.
Solomon,
Solomon,
yeah.
like Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
I didn't
that's
even
where I
think
went.
of that. I did not even think of that.
That's what-
Holy shit. I go, excuse me, older gentleman. I'm gonna put you down now. Can you
Oh.
hear me?
Oh, is this our new friend? He's nice.
He's
Why was
he's
that?
actually really awesome. I can't lie. I was pretty
I
surprised.
watched you sleep, and I didn't know you were there. You're
Oh,
quite a tricky
ha-
turtle.
well, this is a very nice bed. I don't have you tried here. You come sit down on it next to me
Well, I'll
there,
put you
son.
back down on the bed. Should I put him back down on the bed?
Don't put him down on the bed. Don't
I
touch the
do
bed.
I do like the
Do not
bed.
touch the bed.
What? Very conflicted. I'm getting a couple different
Well,
demands here.
It's a
and
it's a
well,
magic bed. It's a magic bed that puts people to sleep.
it is not. It's just really comfortable.
It's a magic bed that puts people to sleep. Look, 2 on
This
1.
Goliath is like looking back and forth at like the bed
Mhm.
and you guys and the
I'm-
turtle and like is getting overwhelmed by the.
I'm
by
gonna
the
I'm gonna
second.
like lift my spell book and kind of shake it a little bit and be like, it's a magic bed.
He knows magic. He's really good at it. Trust
I
him.
like I like to
know
read.
some magic myself. All right, and I'll like put the turtle down, not on the bed.
Okay, cool.
Like, oh, you're very gentle for a big guy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm getting nothing but compliments today.
Well,
Everything's rolling up Solomon.
well, I really like your eyebrows.
Holy shit, I just told this
Eyebrows.
fucking guy that same shit right there. You know what? I like your elbows. Here we go.
Well,
Is this
Yeah.
world
well,
just a
that's
different kind of world? Like y'all like
that's one of the
eyebrows?
nicest things I've ever heard about it.
They're
About
just beautiful. Look at them.
they're
Look at them,
they're
man.
really
Oh, look at that. Look at him there. He's using them.
oh
Yeah, they're great.
it's-
Look at that.
yeah,
Ooh. Yeah.
I feel a little ashy. Feel like I need to hit the pool. It's
I'm so sorry, guys. I just love doing this. What I'm doing.
This
I'm
is
so sorry.
wild.
I'm so sorry.
well,
No,
you
it is totally okay. This is fucking fantastic.
you should.
Great.
Did you get a good night's sleep, everybody?
Oh, well, not as good as yours. I can guarantee that.
Well, that's because I sat on the bed and you decided to stay on the floor.
Yeah, as any sensible person would have done.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, I guess.
Compliment all around. I love this. What a nice party. You're all so nice. Everybody's so nice to each other. Here.
Well,
Most
it's
backhanded compliment.
Wow. He doesn't notice that. He's just like,
Yeah, I
"Oh,
know.
so sweet. You guys are all so sweet.
You think-
Well,
All right,
thanks.
so let's go find
you
more
think if
dragons.
we-
Yeah.
Well,
And then
more
I
drag.
unlock the door.
I don't know if more dragons is really where we should go right now.
Do you think if we
Uh,
break this bed, each piece of the bed will have the enchantment?
Why don't break my bed?
Oh, there's only one way to find out. And I pull out my sword.
Now please don't.
Just see if you can hack off a
don't-
piece.
Just don't. Why are
Alright.
we gonna break my bed?
I'm gonna go for one of the legs.
Seems like this older gentleman doesn't want you breaking the bed, but
Hey, psst,
It's an
Hey.
experiment.
hey, big guy.
oh yeah. Oh,
Uh,
me?
That's a nat 20 on my first roll of the game for breaking off a piece of the bed.
Hey, can you get me into that chest right there?
Want me to put you.
I have a feline hearing. I hear that and be like, Soren, don't let him in that fucking chest.
Well,
Now, come on.
didn't we figure out? Like, I think we just put the blanket in the chest that was on the bed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
well,
sure that wasn't magical anyways.
Yeah, so he
You
can.
also
Yeah, that's fine.
put the
That's fine.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so then I would ignore that. I'd be like, yeah,
Mm,
definitely
yeah,
go for
okay.
that chest while I'm hacking off pieces of this bed.
Mhm.
The
Constantly looking at all of you guys. Like, I'm going to do anything you guys say pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
But if you guys don't agree on something, I'm going to like stalemate
You'll be
free.
in trouble. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't say anything when he asks you to go into that chest.
the
Yeah, I'm
chest
not
the
gonna say
chest
anything either. And in fact, actually, I'll nod and be like, "Yeah, actually, that might be a great idea. Why don't you guys go find out what's in the chest?"
And then as soon as you turn around to go towards the chest, I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
Just fucking hack
Hey,
into the bed.
hey.
So, Esther, how like you do use your short sword, and
I'm
you
trying to hack off one of the legs
definitely
of the bed, like straight up, like off the edge of the bed, like you know how
okay
the legs of the bed, like how
lengthwise.
they like go to the ground, like yeah, from
Yeah. Okay.
top down, just a
Mhm.
whole leg of the bed.
Okay. Sure. I mean that definitely hits a bed. um, roll damage
It's got an
just
AC of
to
28.
see. Yeah. Yeah. It's
The
the strongest bed in the world.
Can't find the
Okay, well,
strongest thing
there's
in this
6.
dungeon.
It's a bed. Make a
Mhm.
deck save.
It's an ancient dragon bed.
Yeah, it's a bad mimic. What about that?
So 10
that would be
damage.
rad.
That would
Okay.
be kind of cool.
And
So-
I'm gonna add in poison damage from Squigs.
Get poison.
Surprise! It's a
Oh, maybe
bed.
good.
It's immune to poison.
Maybe
Oh,
no, it's not.
14 more damage.
Mm,
So 14 damage total.
Yeah. You pretty much in one stroke with a short sword, you almost get the whole leg of the like you actually almost like split the wood as if you were splitting, a wedge of a tree trunk or something to make firewood out of it. You do that, pretty much you hit just the spot where all the fibers just split very nicely, and it's like you can probably try to like if you want to get it all the way off, just it'll be very easy. You wouldn't even have to. You pretty much just have to wiggle your sword, and it'll
I was
probably
about to say, then I'll
have
just like
3
break the
legs.
sword to try and like
Yeah.
pry the
Mhm.
rest of the way off.
Yeah, it'll come off. There's now
And I'm not
like
trying to. I'm not touching it at all. And
Yeah.
that's up to Sora and be like, all right, now what?
I'm gonna grab it with my mage hand. What are the other two guys doing?
Oh, right after. So I'm holding the turtle over my head because I'm carrying him over to put him in the chest. And when I see you chop off the leg of the bed, I go, "Oh, looks like that bed should take a long rest." Oh yeah.
Get my bed. You broke Esther.
Don't worry about it, Sherwin. Just you get your blankie.
And then I'm just cramming him in the chest. I mean, you told me to put you in the chest. I'm just like,
Say,
push
oh,
him in,
oh
your
no,
shell
not
does
no,
fit.
no,
just,
not
like,
not
push
not
him.
me there, not me there, big guy. If you could help me, like just kind of try to open the chest. They locked me out of it.
Aura? So wait, okay, hold on. The chest looks open in this. It's not open.
That
It's not actually
currently,
open.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not
We
actually
fixed it.
open.
closed and latched,
we
and we
fixed
didn't
it.
actually lock it. We just told them we
No,
did. We just had somebody
yeah.
sit on it.
Yeah. So it's the lid is closed, but if you were to try to actually just open the lid, it will open.
I guess I just carry him over and set him down. I'm like, here's your chest, young
Oh,
man.
can
Like,
you
give him a bump.
do you think you could open it for me?
Oh sure. And I like bend down really low and
Mhm.
like fumble my fingers, like barely get the latch open, and then like flip it open. And I mean,
Yeah,
is it unlocked? It is.
it's
Yeah, it's
unlocked. Yeah,
100% unlocked. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
absolutely it's easy. It's just open the lid.
I'm gonna
Is
warn you guys.
he-
I'm pretty much like a dog. If you just tell me to do something, I'm just gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm
As-
just super gullible.
As Solomon bends over to check the lock, can I take the piece of bed that I grabbed and touch it to him?
You can do that if you
Yeah, I'm not gonna
like.
resist or even.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
he's
I'm gonna try to
busy,
be.
he's
I'm gonna try to be
he's
kind
not.
of sneaky about it and be like, I just want to try it as an experiment. It just makes you fall asleep.
Yeah, just
We'll
just a
just wake
quick
him up.
little. Yeah.
We
And
will-
all you have to do is
Um,
remove it from him, and then he'll wake back up. So
Yeah, exactly. So we need to test. He didn't get any sleep last night, so we'll check. Hold on.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm with it.
I'll whisper this to Esther. Hold on. We'll just try it. Just 1
Give
second.
it a
I'll
shot.
tell you right
Yeah.
now, I don't notice, and even if you guys are doing something, I'd be like
Yeah.
I'm not paying you guys any attention.
You're
It's
just
just-
otherwise, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
you
this
just
is a good idea.
I don't
We
want to
should
hit
get
it. I'm not gonna
touch
hit him with it or anything. I'm just gonna try. I just want to like basically just graze him with it. And
I'll
Mhm.
come
Right
bum a
before
little
you
bit.
do that, I'd be like, I've always wanted to open up a chest. I'm really curious to see what's inside. And
It's
then
well-
does the thing touch me?
And then
Like,
just
I'm
like-
and it touches
like-
you, and at that moment, like when it grazes you, if it just grazes you, there's this like this second of sleep that just comes over you without you noticing, except for that you kind of fall over. You've been you're
Just
bending
picturing,
over
like,
the chest.
bam into the
So
chest
head
and just
kind of
down
I'm
like
not too big to even
your
stop.
head
I
actually
fall.
meets the wall. Yeah, you kind of
Yeah.
just you're like you're still standing kind of upright, but
he's
you
like in
suddenly
L position. Like
yeah,
Fall
exactly.
in
It's
sleep
the
in
L
class
position that
where like your
leaned
head goes
against the
down
wall.
for a second.
Yes,
Your head goes down for a second, and you're like, oh
absolutely.
shit, and then you're like immediately awake again, like, oh, what the fuck was that?
Esther,
Yeah.
it worked.
Like, all right, we need to wrap that up. We're
Yeah,
gonna
it
take that
worked.
with us.
I know
That's
this is gonna be a
amazing.
great. This is gonna be a great tool.
I'll
This is
stand right
gonna
up
be
and I'll be like,
amazing.
"Oh, sorry about that. I
Should
didn't
we
mean
get
to
some more pieces?
pull snap.
Sorry about
Is
that.
Sorry
is
about that."
is the chest like still there, or is it just
The
like
chest is
crushed?
still there. All that
Okay.
happened was that he's leaning against the wall, so he didn't crush the chest or anything.
Okay.
Great.
It was not enough time for him to fall. It was
it'd be
kind of the
Then
second of slumber.
I just want to like not sneakily, but like not saying anything or doing anything. Just like grab the blanket out of the
Mm-hmm.
chest and just put
Yeah.
it into my bag,
Mm-hmm.
and the
There's
coat.
another blanket. You said there was like a bunch of blankets in there, right?
There's 2 items
There's
in the
2
chest,
in there. Yeah.
one
There's
of
the
which
actual
may or may
blanket.
not be a blanket.
Yeah, there's the actual blanket. You actually put the blanket from the bed because you thought it might be the blanket that makes people go to sleep. So you put that in there. But then there's also the cloak that he refers to as his blanket,
Oh
which I
yeah.
think he means.
Both.
Just both.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be impossible to do it subtly in any way because it's
Yeah.
a full size blanket, and then the cloak is quite easy to handle, but the blanket is a big blanket.
And the blanket
Yeah.
was on top.
The blanket was on top. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the throw blanket on top of the bed that you remove because you thought that this might be the thing that makes you go to sleep on the bed, and then you realize that it's the bed in some way.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
right back. Sorry.
I just imagine like Esther and Soren like looking at the bed and like the piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
While-
wouldn't have missed anything.
Yeah, while I'm
completely
just
the same
like
way.
putting them
Yeah.
in. Like
Yeah.
mhm.
Pulling.
Yep.
Well,
Just
as soon as he like fell against that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, we need something to wrap that up, and I'd start looking around for something to
Well,
wrap it up in, and then
before
see
we
him
even got-
pulling the blanket out,
Before we
Mhm.
and
go
then
that
see
far,
him
I would
reaching
bring
back
out.
in and be like, oh no 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 no.
whoa, no, and I speed up and like
Just-
shove it in there really quick and cinch my
Okay.
bag up.
I would
What do
shoot
you
an
try
arrow
to-
to try and shoot it through the cloak.
Esther, let him
No,
have the blanket.
no.
Esther, let him have the blanket. Hey, do you
The-
realize what this
No,
means?
he can have the blanket, but the cloak is not good, dude.
I know, but like we could you make these into arrowheads.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, but
We
he
can make
can't
sleep
have the
arrows.
cloak. The cloak is really bad.
What cloak?
The
What are we
cloak
talking
is
about?
really bad. You don't know about the cloak. I'm the only one here that knows about the cloak. The
Yeah.
cloak is really bad. The cloak is really, really, really bad. It's
We found
way
out that-
worse than the bed. Like it's so much worse than the bed, dude. Like we cannot let anybody have that cloak. Like,
It's
it needs
just
to
a
get
blanket.
destroyed.
It's just a blanket.
What does the
No,
cloak do?
It's I don't remember exactly how you described it, but she said it was basically like an inheritance of darkness. Like it's like pure evil inhabited in the cloak. It's a cursed
Are
item.
you saying this in front of everybody?
Yeah.
Trying to explain that he tried to figure out what this cloak was and rolled pretty well. So I told him that what the cloak basically is, and it's not it's difficult to say. It can be the worst thing that happens because it'll kind of it'll not even instantly kill a character. It's just that it can do stuff that's just
I mean,
It's
not good.
really bad. It's
Solomon
really
raises his
bad.
hands. Solomon raises his hands next to his face like he's peering through a window, and he's gonna
Mhm.
cast detect evil, and
Okay.
and he's just staring at the cloak. And
Mhm.
does he see anything?
Like it does not actually seem to be evil.
It's not evil, it's just what it
But
does has the
it's-
huge potential to be seriously detrimental to whoever wears it.
You definitely it's not good. You just don't like it's not there's no evil aura around it like there would be around things that are of, an infernal nature or anything like that.
Okay.
It's more that there's a certain coldness maybe, but other than that, it's definitely not just, a purely evil thing.
Well, let me see this. Let me see.
You
this
know,
one.
just fashion. You can't just walk up to goth people and call them evil just because they dress in that way. I
Yeah.
know it looks like an evil cloak,
Still
but
shooting
doesn't
that
mean
arrow
you can
right
just.
through that cloak.
You're
I'll
gonna you're
drive
gonna
right into the wall.
you're gonna hit me in the hand because it's going right in my bag.
All
He's
right,
trying
I'll
to
take
pull it
that
in,
chance.
so it'll be a shot at disadvantage for you, and you'll have to, try and hit the cloak. So roll twice and take the lower. We'll
Fucking
see where it goes.
Solomon is watching all of this like he's looking through a window.
That's a
like
14 for
some
my
Mhm.
lower shot.
Yeah. 14 still. What's your armor class?
17.
17, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it does hit the cloak, but the point is it kind of it does what you would expect it to do in a way. It goes through the fabric, but it seems to just kind of graze it a little bit. Like it does hit it, and there is a little bit of a hole. A little bit like a moth hole, something of that size. It's not the biggest hole ever.
Whoa!
All right,
Be
I
careful.
pull out a
Be
torch
careful.
and I light my torch and I hold it up to the bed and I say, "Okay, Sherwin, cloak or the bed? Which one do
Wait.
you want?"
Oh,
Well, maybe I could like cast identify on the cloak. We can see what's up with the cloak.
100%. I'll allow that fully, but like we cannot have anybody holding that cloak until we know what it does.
What?
From what I learned about that cloak, it is really bad.
Everybody's just trying to destroy my sleeping stuff. And I
yeah.
pull
You
it
have a
out.
blanket already, Sherwin. It's giant, it's comfortable, it's squishy.
Well,
You don't need that little thing.
I wouldn't feel the need to hoard these things if they weren't being taken from me.
Oh.
Solomon's
Aw.
extremely confused and holds up a torch to his shirt. He's like, I'll do it too.
No, no,
Everybody
Solomon.
back,
Aw.
everybody
No,
back
Solomon.
up.
Everybody
Everybody
back
back the
up.
fuck up. I'll do it too.
No,
Yeah, that's
Solomon. No,
right.
no,
You
no.
heard him.
Like
Hey,
this is one of
Took the
those
torch
things.
at
Like,
you, and then my head, and then my shirt.
Solomon, you ever hung out with people that you just met and then they get like weirdly personal and you don't really know what's going on or the context or anything, so you're kind of feeling kind of awkward, but you feel like maybe you should step in but not step in. You know what
Only
I'm talking
all the
about?
time. Only all the time.
That's kind of what's happening here, I
Oh
think.
shit.
Like I wasn't here for that part either. I'm kind of new. It's nice to meet you. My
Yeah,
name's
like
Soren.
literally,
shit.
you both are completely in the dark about what's going on right now. Sherwin is also completely in the dark because he doesn't understand
He
about it.
doesn't
I'm
understand
literally
it, yeah.
the only one that knows how bad this cloak is, and it is
I think
super bad.
I
Like,
think you're
For
confused.
everyone
I'll
else,
burn my
you're
shirt.
acting crazy.
How about we
and
just don't
I'm
burn
totally
nothing?
fine with that. Like,
How about we just
I
don't
will take it.
let's not burn anything. Let me check the
I've been
cloak.
wanting
We'll
to burn
see.
this goddamn bed since I seen it.
We'll
So
see.
this is nothing off my back. You can
Don't burn
identify
the
that
bed.
cloak all you want, but I'm gonna burn the shit out of this bed if you don't put that cloak back, Sherwin.
I'm gonna make that bed and some arrows. You
well,
better not burn that bed.
what?
But
Hey,
let's just check the cloak.
what?
I like shoot
What?
you a look like I know, but just shut the fuck up for a second.
Just
What's going on? I'm looking at you like I don't know what's happening, but everybody's going crazy.
I don't know why you hate my blanket so much, but here you can take a look at it. It's your fancy wizard stuff.
I don't hate your blanket. I
Well,
don't even know what this is.
somebody hates my blanket, and it's you,
I
little
absolutely hate
young
your
Esther right here.
Hey, that's not very fair. We've all hated a blanket at one point in time or
No,
another.
I haven't. Why did you hate a blanket?
What killed me mother? I don't know. I don't say that. No, I don't say that. No, I just go like, oh yeah, good point. Good point.
You
Well,
know, actually, you're right. Never
yeah.
hated a blanket.
Well, then
Guys, I'm all
it appears we have something in common. We are not the blanket haters of the group. But then I throw it on the ground.
As soon as he does, I put the torch up.
Okay.
Thank you, Sherwin. I appreciate that.
That got real out of hand real quick as I
Mhm.
scoop up the cloak and then cast identify on it real fast.
Okay. I will just give you access to the sheet so you know what it kind of does. Because you will find out. It'll be in your journal as well. Soren there. Okay. You should now probably it should be in the items section, and you should see it. It's under S if you need to scroll, but I don't think you do.
I don't see. I see it under NPCs and creatures, but I don't see
Oh
it
wait,
under
yeah,
items.
it's I didn't put it under items. You're right. I put it into the creatures. Yeah. Yep. That's the one.
Okay, but it doesn't have any info on there.
Oh, you don't have the info? Oh yeah, because yeah. Let me put you in here as well. I probably have to maybe reopen it.
Let me see. Oh, yep. It's okay.
Are you hungry, big fella?
Well, not really, just always.
Oh. Well, good news for you. I got this jar of marmalade here. And I just pull out this jar
Mm.
that's like super sticky.
Oh
And
yeah, by now. Yeah.
yeah, like when I crack it open, it smells like marmalade and apple cider mixed together.
Right.
And
That's
I
as if
just,
it is.
it's exactly what it is. And I just dunk my hand in and like offer it to you just out of my palm. I'm like, would you know, would you like some?
We mountain folk never decline a meal, so appreciate that very much. You guys are all so nice. It's just such a nice group of people.
Yeah. Well,
They are.
I like to share. I didn't really pay for it or anything like that. So,
Wait a minute. Are you saying that you stole this?
Well, no, I didn't steal it. There was nobody there except for some ghosts, and I don't think that they needed it anymore.
Well, that counts in my book. Well, thank you very much. And do I have to make a Constitution save or anything?
It's actually
it's just
fine.
marmalade
It's
and
very
apple cider.
Yeah,
sweet.
it's just marmalade and apple cider.
We've all
it's
eaten it by
pretty-
now.
Yeah, it's
Soren has not eaten it.
It's just
yeah.
it's just a pretty gross
quite
jar at
gross,
this point. And
I'll eat it and like sputter, like and like choke it down and be like,
Mhm.
it's real good, yeah. And just like
yeah.
tearing, like just like
Yeah.
I love it so much, and just like shoveling more in the mouth, like
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like-
I forgot here. It's good with bread.
it's better on the second way down.
Mhm.
I'm
That-
just
I mean,
eating
it's
a
a
chunk
really
of meat.
strange mix. I have to admit.
I have some more raw meat left over. I'm eating that
Oh yeah, before it gets,
before it
I
spoils.
I
Yeah.
have
before
I
you
have
have to
some
throw Constitution.
I have some rations, and I'll definitely share it with the group. I'll just kind of pull it out. It's
Oh
mostly
yeah.
like
No,
some
we are
jerky and
super
stuff.
stocked on food. Like I'll
Oh,
be
they
I'll,
raided the
I'll
kitchen.
politely decline. I'll be like, no worries. We stocked up in the kitchen.
Just anytime there's a trade of food, I have to partake. So I will pull out my
Hmm.
pack, and I actually have a pretty like. I mean, I don't know how you want to DM this, but like the ration for Goliath is pretty massive. So
Hmm.
like I have like
Yeah.
a big old thing of jerky that I like
Mhm.
strip out. I'm just like handing it out. I'm like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll try one of those.
Yep, and go.
Looking like a haunch of elk or something.
I like grab it with the
Mhm.
marmalade hand that I
Just a
that
full
I'm
Oh,
scooping.
nice.
Just
Yeah.
deer leg. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for him, it's still appropriate size. Just for you guys, it's more than what you would have. Like a ration for him is pretty much two, maybe a little bit more rations for you guys. So everything is just much bigger.
To me, it's a sub sandwich. To him, it looks like a cheese stick.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
a
much.
steak.
yeah.
It's
Just
just
a steak.
it's just the size difference and the sheer amount of food is just scaled up as he is kind of. So that's the thing. But he also needs more food, so
Makes sense.
Well, sure. When I learned about your blanket, you
Oh,
know what it is?
well, it's just a blanket.
That's not a
Well,
sentence you hear every day.
It's actually alive.
Oh, that's why it was so warm.
Well, hold on.
Oh.
If it feels like it's in danger, then it will teleport you to a place of darkness and shadow, and
Oh.
it may or may not bring you back. I don't know.
Oh.
It actually seems to belong in that place of darkness and shadow.
Oh.
Like I
So,
said, evil.
well, it never did that to me because I loved it.
Well, I think it may be because
And
nobody ever
wore
tried
it.
to hurt you while you were wearing it.
He
What?
never
So
wore it. He just always had it in his pocket.
if you were ever wearing this, then if so, like remember when we got shot the fire by that giant skeleton?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you would have disappeared, and I would have been by myself.
Oh.
To help me.
Oh, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, and then we would have been together in the bathroom that one time.
Oh.
We had a great time. We connected.
We
and
we
bonded.
did we had a good time in there, you know.
Can
and
you
it's-
explain using a cell phone, like how hard it would be to explain using a cell phone, Sherwin?
Oh.
Yeah.
8 hours. 8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours later, he's
So-
like, okay, and this is how you make a
Oh.
phone call. All right, so what's a
Oh.
phone call
I-
again?
I would go up to the blanket cloak and like kind of grab it and be like, "Hey, do you want to go back in the box?"
It might.
I would just like whisper behind my hand, I want to go back in the box.
Oh, it is alive. You got
It is-
I
it is
am
dark.
alive. Please get me
Oh.
back in the box.
oh.
Problem is his passive perception and insight are pretty good. So
Roll-
you'd have to be pretty stealthy and pretty deceptive to
It
pull
hit-
this off.
Hit me with a deception.
Make a deception check.
100% Solomon's like,
It's a 10.
the blanket's talking to you. Yeah?
Yeah, you
Talking
believe it.
right out. It's talking right out of its blanket mouth.
It's a 10 on deception. I am not one of my bard
Hmm.
characters.
no.
Oh,
What
you
is insight?
you sound an awful lot like
He's like just the passive
mm,
insight for Sherwin is like 13, I think.
it is 13, but I
Yeah.
rolled an 8, so I'll, you know.
Mhm. The thing is that you're not actually trying to read anybody. You know, you get this is
Yeah.
the theater play for you, so it would be your passive that counts at this point. And you would absolutely notice also just with the passive perception that, you know,
Can I
there's
get a
people
help
behind
action from Squigs by him going, ooh?
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Sure, if you want to, you know, you're really trying hard, so sure. Just make
18.
another roll. 18. Yeah, that'll fool him.
Yeah. That's yeah. For a second, I
As
thought you
Squigs is
sounded like Esther.
"Ooh," and just like fucking like shaking the bottom of the blanket and then running
Mhm.
around behind like
Well-
Soren and then like running out shaking the other edge of the fucking cloak.
Oh, wow.
Well, oh, you know, well, okay. Soren, can I have my blanket cloak back, please?
Please put me back in the box.
Well, yeah, I don't want to hurt you or nothing. Well, Soren's got you. I don't want you to feel in danger.
I'm safe in the box.
Wait, that's wait. Soren, may I have it, please?
Which blanket? What do I have a blanket?
You have the
The-
cloak. It's
You
his
have the
blanket.
cloak.
Oh yeah.
But he
yeah,
says
I'll-
blanket because, you know.
Yes, I'll hand you that. Yeah, of course, Sherwin.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, the box is very dark inside, so I could see maybe how he would want to go back to the box.
And you promise you're not gonna do nothing to my bed, right?
Well,
promise.
can we make some arrows out of the bed? Just piece like we'll make them.
Piece that we already cut
You,
off.
well, you
One
know,
bedpost, yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. You know, I don't.
What if we took off the other legs to even it out?
Well, that would be great. It would be even lower. I wouldn't hurt my back trying to get up out of it.
Perfect.
See,
All right,
we all
I
win.
just get
We
to
all
work
win.
on that. Like,
Okay.
I like-
backing off the other legs.
I like somberly walk this cloak over to this chest, and I like kind of give it a little snuggle real quick, and I'd be like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'll miss you," and I like put it in the chest and close the chest and turn around to see them hacking the legs off my bed, and one little tear is gonna roll down my cheek.
Oh.
No.
Um,
We're doing this for you. It'll be
And
lower to the ground. It'll be perfect.
yeah, I'm just
Soren,
kind of emotional right now. There's a lot of good. You guys are so nice to be helping me, and you found out that that my blanket was alive, and that was kind of a weird thing for me. But he's where he's supposed to be.
That's good. I'm glad that you did that for him. I'd pat him on the shoulder and then turn and start hacking back at a leg.
And you are doing this for me. I appreciate you.
I don't worry, Sherwin. We're in this for you, because you're in this for us. So
No.
we'll do whatever we can to help you out, buddy.
I feel like Solomon kind of reads the room and like looks at the turtle and is like, "I'm terribly sorry about your loss. That's horrible." But then like goes like
Yeah.
turns and looks at the other two and just grabs something
Uh-huh.
and just starts beating it against the bed, just like destroying it horribly.
The
Okay.
legs.
Well,
Just
oh,
the legs. The
Yeah.
legs, Solomon. Just the legs.
Oh yeah, no, just by direction. I'm doing everything you guys say.
Yeah.
Soren is
You
gonna take a
you
step
you know,
back
you
and
see him trying to just beat the bed somewhere and then tell him take the legs and not the rest of the bed. He'll do that.
Soren is going to step back and kind of pull himself out of the situation. All this manual labor is taking place. Sherwin's having an
Mhm.
emotional moment. And I'm just going to look among all three of them and then just wonder where my life's gone wrong.
Okay, valid, yeah.
As you're doing that, I look up at you and like
Very
smile
valid.
and wave, and then get back to bashing the bed
Yeah.
with my tower shield, just like
Like I was a respected scholar where I come from.
Yeah.
I had like a whole career. I was just doing a study on some lizard folk, and next thing I know, I'm here
Yeah.
and we're hacking legs off beds, and I'm convincing
Yeah.
somebody to give up an evil cloak. Okay.
Yeah.
And then okay,
Pretty
so
much.
after we get the legs off, I like pull out. I have common clothes in my bag, and I pull them out, and I like
Mhm.
wrap them around the legs that we get off,
Mhm.
and I like pull them over to the side, and I come over to Soren, and I like set them up, and I'm like, all right, now
Mm.
how are we gonna make these into arrows?
I don't know. I might have to. I don't think we can make him into the shaft of the arrow because then when you pull it out, you put yourself to sleep. But if we just made them into little arrow heads, then you could make lots of arrows out of these things.
Very true, very true. All right, so I'm gonna cut them lengthwise into small chunks, and then we can cut arrowheads out of those. We can use the clothes to cover my hands, and I'm good enough with tinkering and woodland stuff. I can figure that out. And I
I'm gonna
could
keep
snap
working
off
on it.
the end. I got 50 some arrows. Here, you can have this leg, and I just like slide you a leg with my shirt.
Yeah, I'll
I
wrap
don't know
that
how
up
you're
in
gonna handle it.
something. I'm gonna wrap that up in something and stick it in my bag. Just save it for later. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then I'm gonna get to work at chopping the legs into smaller chunks, and
Okay.
then like using my shirt, I'm gonna start to whittle arrowheads out of them. We don't have to do all this now. I can just like
Mhm.
wrap them all in a shirt. If you guys want to go ahead now, I can just wrap them in a shirt and then put them in my bag, and then we can come back to it later. But in any of my free time now, I'm gonna
I
be
don't
whittling
think
arrowheads out of that.
I don't think I can
Okay.
watch any more of this right now. If we could put it
reading
away and
reading the room. I sense I got a good sense of this, okay? And I can't do much help with the arrows. I'm gonna give Homeboy a back massage. I'm gonna go over
Oh.
to the old turtle, and it's mostly like if you ever seen a Goliath give a turtle a back massage, it's fucking horrifying.
that's
Yeah, because there's this
You
carapace
gotta
I
on
get
just
in
top
there
see
of.
like
deep.
him going into the shell too,
Yes.
like just getting all
like,
the inside. He's just like underneath the shell,
oh,
just like, is this
Just
good?
doing the
Is
Yes.
part.
is it is this this
Yeah.
tight
Calm
spot?
down.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
calm
this is a
down.
tight spot.
what? What?
I can feel a knot. You got a knot right here.
Oh, that's
Oh no,
that's
that's your shell. That's your shell.
yeah. What,
Yeah.
you know what? Why don't you just give the old well, just get the shell? Yeah, we just just get the shell.
What it? Right here.
Yeah, I think it touched my liver.
The little Drake thing is like doing like the foot pressure on his back too, helping out.
That's
I would say Squigs is probably he's taken a liking to Soren, so he's probably up on Soren's shoulder while he's doing his own little
Mhm.
investigations, trying to learn more magic.
All right.
Let's get out
Yeah.
of here, guys, before I get another massage.
Why don't
Okay, yeah, you spent some time in there. You woke up and are kind of refreshed. You had some food, which is good. Um, well, the marmalade kind of counts almost as drink as well because it's very, very liquid. It's now pretty much it's now pretty much empty. At this point, there's still some, you can still scrape around the bottom, and there will still be some sweet marmalade on your hands if you do so.
Okay.
But it'll pretty much be gone. Like you can't actually sustain anybody from it. There's
Okay.
just just some sweets in there, pretty much.
Is it like a little bit of cider at the bottom? Like where I
Yeah,
could just like shake it
there's
and just
if
like
you
meh.
if you have it stand on one of the edges for a little bit, it'll collect there. You could probably like drip it into your mouth or something.
Perfect. Save that for latest.
Just
Dear
never
Avion is
completely
awesome. I
empty.
just removed my ration. This thing is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So above board, how long
Mhm.
will it take me total work to work these into arrowheads and replace some of my arrows with those?
Uh, it depends a little bit on how well you want them to be made. First of all, because if you're fine with them just being pretty much wood splinters, like not very finely shaped, just kind of going with the
I could
grain.
even that's actually a really good idea. I could splinter them into
Hmm.
small pieces and then just tie them to the tips of my arrowheads. So when my
Yeah,
arrows penetrate, they also go into them, causing the sleep
exactly. You
effect.
could
Yeah,
absolutely
pretty much.
like just really rig it in that way. That would just you would just need some string for that, pretty much, to work.
Or if we can find some
Yeah,
like
that's
resin.
where I'd probably go with it because like
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to make a whole new arrowhead out of wood, knowing as a hunter, you know, how terrible wooden arrowheads would actually work. But like
Mm,
as like a supplement to that current arrowhead, like if I just set it a little bit behind the head, pointy side forward,
yeah.
and as long as that part also goes into the target, it would still
Hmm.
have the desired effect. So yeah, that's probably what I would go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we
Okay.
could find like a little bit of wood glue or a little bit of resin or something like that, we could like fix it to the end of the arrows.
A little bit of
It would come off.
marmalade.
Mhm.
But that would actually not, it wouldn't really stick. It would stick, but
Make it worse.
See,
yeah,
I have a bunch of hempen rope. I was thinking about fraying the hempen rope into the smaller
yeah,
strands
you
and
could
then
do that.
using that to tie it.
Hmm. The hempen, like the you have
I
if you
also
really
have
did
silk rope,
all,
which is my
yeah,
expensive
if you
rope.
have the 4 wooden bedposts, like that's quite a lot of material for just fitting it to arrowheads. So you can make a lot of arrows with those, probably more than you currently have.
I have
Like
Oh yeah.
it's,
50.
you know,
Yeah, you wouldn't
yeah,
want to splinter them a
exactly.
lot,
And
you know.
it depends on if you wanted to make pretty big pieces, yeah, that would maybe be just enough for those. But if you just really splinter them and
I
just
was thinking
have
about
little
splintering them
spears,
and then like being able to have some for later too, in case I
yeah,
wanted to
then you
like
could
Cool.
absolutely
make
still
a
have.
wooden dagger or something out of it.
I could
Yeah, okay.
absolutely carry that in my pack. I got lots of room for you. I could carry lots of stuff.
It's no problem. I got space.
All right. Thank you.
You
Yeah, so
know
you'll have still half left after fitting all your arrows if you do that. And it'll take you a couple of, if we say that you would do that on downtime, so if it's anytime you rest, you would need for 50 arrows to fit those and, just splinter off the wood and just tie them to it. It'll probably take you like in one short rest for if you do that for an hour instead of actually resting. Um, you could probably pretty much take like two short rests would give you the 50 arrows if you just do a quick job. Problem with that would be that if you take the hempen rope, what you will find that it frays very easily and it's really not that
I would
strong if you fray it.
Yeah, I would use my silken rope for this
You might be better off with that, yeah.
because it's expensive, and I know it's my good rope. We've already talked about how
Yeah.
much I like my good rope.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it depends a little bit if you really like the hempen rope would just give you a certain failure rate with those. Either when you make the arrows, that some of them will you'll need more rope because you'll have to do more, just try more times. There will be more attempts. Or if you take the silk rope and actually cut it up into small pieces, that would absolutely, like, you can use that without problem.
Yeah, I
But
would
it's your
probably take the
expensive rope.
silken rope and actually like unravel it and like take it into the smaller strands and use the silk to wrap it.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So that'll take you about 2 short rests to complete but you wouldn't get the short rest for it because you would have to concentrate on that and not be able to just relax.
All right, that's fine with me.
Okay.
We'll get to that when we
do
come
that
to it.
now? I was
Mhm.
gonna say. Well, now that we're all rested, we're never gonna find the exit if we don't move on.
Mhm.
Solomon, do you wanna try your luck? Can you do me a favor?
Oh yeah.
I want you to think about the way out. Just think about the way out as strong as you can, and then walk through that door.
So
We're gonna follow. We're
that
gonna
would
follow
you
you
said think. How do I do that?
down. You know how like when you're coming up with the words that you want to say after I talk, that kind of
Yeah.
that whole process.
All right.
Okay, I want you to do that, but you can even say it out loud. It doesn't even matter. You just need to keep on your mind and like the exit. You're looking for the exit.
You see this huge dude close his eyes, put his fists up together, and like jog a little bit in place and kind of vibrate. And he's like, "Did I do it?
Just do it while you walk through the door.
Oh, all right.
We'll follow right
All right.
after you.
I
I,
guess I'll try to do that. I mean, I don't know
Mhm.
at all what that means, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But I'll go
Mhm.
for it.
I'm,
Yeah.
That's actually kind of why we're having you
I'm
do
gonna
it, because we
follow
all
him.
have problems with these doors. Because me,
Yeah.
I'm always thinking of dragons.
Okay.
Sherwin's always thinking of beds, and I don't remember what Soren's problem was, but he also has a problem with going through the
I think
doors.
Soren just doesn't want to be the first one to go through.
Soren
Yeah,
generally
that's
just,
true.
yeah.
This is
Interesting.
true.
That
This
is
is true.
that is literally my job. So let's see
Mhm.
if this works.
I'm
Okay,
right.
so
I'm
Ezra,
right
this
behind him.
go for you
yeah. I
and,
unlock it.
beckons you through, I guess.
Better
Yeah,
better
roll
to
a
let big people do the
D100.
heavy lifting.
A
Dude, this is
D100.
Mhm.
it's just good cardio.
Well, it's an
11.
11.
Hey.
Yeah,
Nice.
Hey, that's a new one.
that can't be
I
nice.
think so. Let me
Soren never
check.
fights from the front of the
No, it
game.
actually totally isn't.
Oh shit.
The number is just
Ooh.
corresponding with
Let's
a door
go.
with a room.
That was-
Oh, we're back
Mm.
to the party.
Oh, I haven't been to this one.
Yeah,
Nope.
you have.
No,
I wasn't
yeah, he
here,
was not
but
here.
You weren't, yeah, you weren't there.
Well,
hey, we can restock on your marmalade though.
This
You
isn't
come into
this isn't
this
where I got the
nice.
marmalade.
No, it isn't. You come into this nice room. I actually have another view of that.
Oh, this is great. Like this.
There's
we don't
below. I
visit.
have a map view. That's the you come from the back door, like the one that's furthest to the back and to the left. That's the one you're
This one
coming
there?
through. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Okay, I see
And
it. By the fireplace.
what you see is pretty much, yeah, it is a party, but all the guests are ghosts, and there's 4 of them, and they keep on dancing. You have one that dances and has a little tambourine thing in her hands and just does some music. You also hear very, very faint sounds, but it's more like if it was really far away. It's just kind of a shadow of sound in a way.
Interesting.
There's one person sitting at the end of the table that's just kind of enjoying himself, eating some stuff. You see him pick up some piece of, it looks like it's probably just some
This is exciting.
vegetables. Uh, Cutting it in half, putting it in his mouth, and it kind of stays where it is on the fork that he put it on, but he still pretends to chew.
Oh, okay.
So, and then he kind of takes it off his fork and just keeps on talking, but he looks like he's talking with a full mouth in a little bit, and he just bends to his right side to this guy that's sitting there, and they seem to talk and be pretty excited about something. Then there's also another woman in there. She sits with a back to you, but you see it's a female kind of form. They're all pretty ethereal and, yeah, obviously ghosts. And you barely hear anything. Like,
You say obviously, but Solomon walks in. He's like, "Hello there. Just trying to
yes.
find the exit. Hello, nice party you
Uh-huh.
got here. Very nice. Hello, nice to see everyone. Looks like you're having a rather good time. Just and I'm gonna talk to them and say, "Do you
hmm
know how I can get out of here?"
You talk to them, and the guy that's sitting right here, he turns to you and starts. He looks like he's answering you in some way, but he also beckons you to come closer and kind of looks a little bit like he maybe didn't hear you quite as well and just kind of, asks you to maybe step a little bit closer to him.
So this is where it's
So,
really tough because I'm not a total idiot, but Solomon is, and I absolutely fucking like go in on that. And I go like,
uh-huh.
"What?" Like
Sword
and
would say
stick an ear
something.
out. Like I have to. I just
Yes.
that's what I do.
Sword would say something. I don't know if that would make a difference, but I'd be like, "Whoa, hold on. Let's not join the ghost party. We
Be-
don't want to.
well,
We don't want to become ghosts."
you told me next time we came back here we could party.
Yeah, but
I
what if
also agree that
what if
maybe we
my
should party because
what if
I
my
feel like
party
we
with
need a
ghosts?
little hullabaloo.
But I'm just saying, like, isn't the food on the table all like rotting and stuff too?
Some of the food, at least Sherwin will notice, and anybody who's got some passive perception that's, decent, around 13-ish, maybe 12 would also still work.
Yeah,
Some of
13.
the food is absolutely rotten. Not all of it. Most of it looks okay, but there are some pieces that have been left there for way too long and are rotting away and add a kind of putrid smell that's quite subtle because it isn't that much, and there's food that's also quite fresh.
Like, you guys aren't
Um,
getting that feeling in the pit of your stomach that this feels
Dude,
like a dangerous situation. Like, maybe if we party with the ghosts, we become ghosts, right? Like, it's a party you can never leave. It's like a
Well, that
Hotel
sounds like
California kind
my
of
hell.
Wh-
situation.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Like, not in a good way, but like in a tortured for eternity kind of way. No,
well,
am I
I
the
I'm
guess
only
if you
in
put
that
it
vibe?
that way, it doesn't sound as fun.
I'm the
I'm
only
straight
one
up
getting that
leaning
way.
in on
mhm,
this ear. I'm leaning my ear in to this guy.
mhm.
I
Mm.
don't think anybody has stopped me. So that
No,
happens. So I'm
yeah,
definitely there.
okay. So you do get a little bit closer, and you kind of, it's a little bit like you hear some whispers maybe, but it's quite faint, and you have this interesting a feeling that he's trying to tell you to, you know, come and dance or come and sit and tell stories, maybe something like that. There's this, it's more like a thing, it's more a feeling than him talking to you in a way. It's not quite telepathy. You don't hear him talk in your mind, but you have this feeling that you understand more of the whispers than you should because you really don't hear much. It's just,
think
it's a little bit like this urge comes up that you should maybe
I
tell
think
them
the
a
re-
nice story or something.
I think the rest of the party just sees this Goliath like bend
Just
down
kind of
really
get
low
drawn in,
and then
yeah.
just perk up, like stand up straight and just goes, "I love to dance," and then just starts
Okay.
starts doing some weird Goliath mountain folk like dance. Like
Okay, make a performance check, I guess.
performance check. Okay, that's
Well,
Yep.
while he's
all right.
doing that, I would like to try and use thaumaturgy to
No.
make a sound on the other side of the ghosts from where we're at to see if any of
Uh-huh.
them react to it.
Okay. What kind of sound do you want to make?
Just like somebody saying, "Hey."
Okay. Um, so
Sherwin.
he starts dancing, and it's as graceful as you might expect in a way. It's not
That's the
not
nicest
really.
way you could say failed.
You it's he almost stumbles over his own feet and he
It's
tries to hide
amazing
that.
in how
It's
bad
kind
it
of
is.
yeah, it's
No,
it's it's uncoordinated falling more than anything.
It's
It's
bad.
just
But you know
this.
what? You know what? There is a smile on his face
Yes,
the
he's
entire
he's
time.
he's really trying hard,
He's
but
feeling himself.
that the especially the dancer on the other side just shoots you a pretty intense, very very evil glare as as she sees you dance. The
That's who Sherman was
the,
heading
the
towards.
two people that are sitting kind of with the back to you, they did turn around and try to look, but they now start looking at the guy at the end of the table. But that's about the time when there's the sound, and they do look over, except for the dancer that's kind of over here. If we look in the overview, she doesn't like she stares at you in a way that's just she looks like she wants you dead.
Sorry, I don't know where my token is, but I'm like right in front of the fireplace. I feel
Ah,
like
yeah, I can take it out for you as well. It's in the journal tab in Roll20. It's a little bit like it's the third tab on the side.
oh, yeah,
You
I'm
should
sorry.
find your token there, and you can kind of click and hold on your name and then draw it in. Like just
So I like
drag and
Oh,
drop.
okay, perfect.
I would
Yeah, I'm
lean
like
to
right here.
Soren and be like,
I'll probably make you
"Well,
all
they're
a bit smaller so
sentient."
you see where you are. Whoops, that's
Oh
too
yeah,
small.
can you make me bigger? I'm
Yeah, I'll
huge.
make you a bit bigger.
Sorry.
Actually, just you're kind of, about there. Um,
Fine.
and you're trying your best to be, entertaining and cool and all
I think
that.
I'm like knocking stuff over. Like I'm really obnoxious.
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm not.
point is,
It's not just that
yeah,
I'm bad. It's that I'm flagrantly just like
yeah. I
lame.
mean, you kind of almost kick the guy out of his, out of
She's
his
like
seat.
crumping in a world that doesn't know what that is.
Oh, dude, I'm just
Yeah.
crippling. And they're just like, that is not the style. No, I'm clumsy. I'm like bumping into the walls. And I don't seem to. It's like a mix between like a weird like river dance and kind of
Hmm.
moshy.
Okay.
Just picking up random stuff and just throwing it on the ground and then just like, yeah.
That's so much better. That's actually awesome. Yeah, I'm just like doing dance and then grab a chair and throw it at a wall, and then like do something like grab a cup and smash it on my head.
Oh
And just
wow.
like smash
So
it
much
on his
better.
own head, yeah.
That's so
Mm-hmm.
good. I like it.
That's yeah, that's quite a. I mean, it's entertaining in its own way, I guess.
I'm
Um.
having a blast.
Sherman's like making
Not
his
me
way
too
to
much.
the other side of the table, like, come on, Soren, loosen up a little bit. As I tried to like offer my hand to dance with the lady.
And I like lean in towards Soren. I'm like, they're sentient. They heard my little trick.
Mhm. They did turn around and they heard you. Uh, and they kind of lose interest, it seems, in this huge barbarian. It's just this guy that's sitting kind of right in front of him. He turns his back to you, but he also like there's this chair, but the chair doesn't move when he starts in a sitting position to move closer to the table in order to kind of get away from this hazard behind him because stuff breaks if you hit it while dancing. Um, so he's kind of trying to kind of scoot into the table, and he
And he
kind of
grabs
does.
his chair and throws it into the fireplace.
It's yeah, the it's you can absolutely grab the chair and do stuff with that, but if you ever try to touch the body, it's just not there. Like you see through the body, you can see the food on his plate if you watch through his head. Um, and there's only this one fork that he seems to be able to kind of pick up stuff with. but it usually falls down again. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't seem to care, but he's now ignoring you as much as he can, trying to kind of scoot just a little bit, you know, closer to his companions and kind of tries to. He kind of sits halfway into the table by now. But he's also trying to ignore you and starts looking around and kind of sees that there's more people coming in. So he starts beckoning to, as the way you stand, it'll probably be Esther. And he'll start, you know, trying to talk to you and trying to ignore the Goliath in his back, kind of,
Alright.
which doesn't work very well, but he's a ghost. So he's okay with it.
When he
Just still a really
when he,
weird picture for you.
when he beckons me, I'm gonna like lean into Sora and be like, "All right, I'm gonna go talk to him. Squigs, you stay here. If anything bad happens, start blasting.
I mean, I
Okay.
don't know. How do you blast something that's not there?
I'll try fire first, I guess."
It really feels like the other two guys probably would be best at doing stuff against dead things.
100%. We're kind of in a situation right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You think the bedpost would work on them?
That's a good idea. I like go into my bag and I grab one of the bedposts out, wrapped in a shirt, like with the
Yeah.
tip of it sticking out. And
Okay.
so I have that down by my side, and I
Okay.
like go in and I try and listen to what he's saying.
Okay. It's kind of the same thing. It's more your subconscious that tells you that he's
I
actually
poke him
saying
with the
words.
bedstick.
You poke him right through. There's no resistance. You kind of push it into his incorporeal body, and nothing really happens. And he just seems to ignore it, and he just does whisper, and you kind of think you hear something like, it's this, "Come, let's make merry."
Well, I'm good at making Mary,
Very.
and I've also made out with Marys. I don't know which one you're meaning.
He's trying to show like he's beckoning you to come in. He points to the dancer. He points to the guy on the side who you see seems to have some kind of a lute, and he's playing something. Got his in his lap.
Stick my
It's
hand
as
through his face.
incorporeal as, yeah, you can do that. It's you don't feel anything.
Hmm.
You
It
you
doesn't bother
you're
you
not
at all.
able to touch those. He's basically just shifting out of your area where your hand is, but otherwise seems to ignore you and tries to make you just show him something. He's not interested in you being corporeal. That's not what he wants to see. You get the mean? It's just not. He's not interested in that.
Sense.
All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try something.
Hmm.
My performance isn't very good, but what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to use thaumaturgy
Hmm.
and m- make sparks come off of me with
Okay.
like a miniature fireworks show.
Okay. You do that, and all of them who are now kind of looking in your direction, trying to ignore this big Goliath in the background, which they can't really, but they try. Um, they clap. You don't almost like it's you don't really hear anything, just barely. You think you hear something, but you're not entirely sure. And they clap. You see them clapping. It's just hard to say if they actually have any effect on the air.
I do a
And they
deep
seem to be
bow,
pleased.
and then when I do that, I use thaumaturgy to send sparks from the fireworks, like one of the fireworks explode, and then it'll spark onto a plate and then send sparks like zigzagging across all the
Uh,
plates
okay.
and then causing more little fireworks off all the plates.
Okay. Yeah, cool. They really seem to like it. They clap. They keep kind of shadow drinking and eating stuff in between, snacking a little bit. Um, and they cheer you on. You kind of hear it. there's this, oh wow, nice all around you, but it's also very, very whispery. So it's more just, so all
Like
you hear is just the wind in the boughs or something.
I like look back at a Soren and kind of like shrug a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to like one up it all, and
Okay.
I'm going to try and do like acrobatics, like flips,
Okay.
and then do like sparks on my feet and like little fireworks displays off of my flips with
Hmm.
thaumaturgy while I'm doing that.
Nice.
Sick.
Make another performance check. Let's see how well that
Can
goes.
it be an acrobatics check?
It
Because I'm
can be
not
enough
really
acrobatics
performing.
if that's the one you're trying to do. Yeah, sure. Make it acrobatics. Nice. Especially the dancer seems to be really excited by your display. And she especially starts also kind of, she doesn't, the guy at the head of the table is obviously their boss in some way. So she doesn't, say, "Hey, come over to me" or anything, but you see this just very excited clap, and she's trying to kind of play with what you just did, and tries to imitate you a little bit. So
While
she's
she does
definitely
that,
into
I
it.
make sparks appear inside of her. So
Nice, and
like it
she'll
makes
just,
her glow.
yeah,
And like
she'll
but
try
her
to make it.
sparks.
Yeah, she'll absolutely incorporate that into her movements and try to make a little flourish when they appear and she notices. She'll just start trying to play it off. Um, make a, let's see, how do we do that best?
Did she start dancing with Sherwin when he offered his hand earlier?
Um, she kind of is right now. She's really, really into this guy that's doing really cool acrobatic stuff. She wasn't like, she was kind of looking at you. She was still unsure about this Goliath. And yeah, she does, as soon as, she's got, when there's nobody else doing anything, she will kind of, yeah, do the same thing with you and kind of say, "Hey, come dance." You just hear this very, very,
I
very,
switch the
very
sparks
low
over
whisper.
and make Sherwin start to like pop and glow different colors and like start to
Yeah.
flash different lights.
So she'll absolutely, dance around you and
Yes, old
with
man
you
dance.
as much as
I
that's possible.
when I probably should be looking at Esther doing all this stuff,
Hmm.
in Sherwin's head, he's like, no, the young guys know how to do the best dances. So I'm looking right at Solomon, who I don't think I actually know Solomon's name yet, but
Yeah. Oh.
That's true.
I look over at him and I'm just like, oh yeah, he's got the good ones, and I start like just trying to copy him as best as I can.
Oh god damn
Okay.
it.
Wow.
Like anybody
So
else.
Sherwin
Anybody
also
else.
starts to pick up shit and slam chairs down.
Like,
Literally
oh
Okay.
yeah.
anyone else.
Both Esther and, well, actually just Esther for now. Make a charisma saving throw, please.
Shit.
Pretty good.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, so you kind of get this weird urge
Excuse me.
to do something. You're not quite sure, but it vanishes. You're too busy doing your, flips and making sparks everywhere. You just have this moment of something. You should be doing something, shouldn't you? And then it stops. You just keep doing your thing. Uh, watching a Goliath and turtle dance off right now, I guess. um, with just about the quality that you would expect from a turtle trying to dance, you know. in the way that somebody who's really bad at this tries to teach them or something.
There's not a lot of room in here.
Yeah, but the dancer is still, trying to involve you and make you dance with her until she sees that it's not really that good. She's still
Which-
standing, like she'll probably end up standing pretty much right in front of you. And she'll not stop dancing. She'll just not look at you that much. She'll turn her back a little bit and concentrate more on the others and
If she,
seems to lose interest.
as soon as that happens and Sherwin picks it up, he kind of tries to wrap around to the bottom side of the table,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of see what Soren's doing back there, like
Okay.
because I told him to join the party, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
What do you do, Soren?
Oh, I'm the nerd kid that's kind of standing at the side, like I don't have anybody to
Awkwardly.
dance with at the party. You know what I mean? Like that kind of look, right? I've just
Mm-hmm.
very instinctually fallen back into that place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm just down against the sideline, junior high dance style. Like I don't know what to do right now.
Okay.
This is
So
awkward. This feels dangerous, but at the same time, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what everybody's doing. Why are we involved with these ghosts?
I
Mm-hmm.
was gonna say, at the feeling that I get,
Mm-hmm.
I would have clocked it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would immediately looked at who I would supposed was the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look like he's changed at all, or is he still doing the
He's
same thing?
very, very inviting. He seems to all of the ghosts are trying their best to look like they're having a good time, and
Can I do an
wanting
insight
more
check on
from
the other ghosts?
you. Can absolutely, yeah, sure.
I would like to do, since I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines, can I do like just a perception check of the room?
Yeah,
7.
I mean, I'm sorry. I was gonna wait, but I mean, can I also do cast detect evil?
yeah, sure.
Also
Um,
that.
while still dancing,
Oh, I'm twerking. I have my
yeah,
hands on the
and
mantle, and I'm
still.
twerking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
nice.
that's happening.
I
So,
definitely cast sparks on that shit.
wow.
Oh my god.
um, so we have an
Sherwin's
inside
hands
check,
are on a pole trying to do the same thing.
amazing 7. The inside check gives you that these ghosts, and no matter which one you want to focus on for this one, they do generally seem to be, you know, being being well, they're obviously dead or at least not alive in the way that you are, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be much wrong with them. They're having a good time. They're actually having a party here. And
I would.
that's what you get with the insight check. Soren, with the perception check, you absolutely notice that basically none of the food moves very much. They don't seem to be able to interact very much with their surroundings at all. And you do see a plate of something floating in from the other portal that's at the other end of the room, um, with some more food on it, and it gets put on a table. This is actually really fresh food, and you can smell it. It's much better because you do smell some, you know, rank flavors in there because some of the food on the table obviously has been there for too long. Um, but yeah, from your perception, it pretty much looks like a party that's just taking way too long. Um,
Can I like
with
grab something off the plate of new food coming in? Like
yeah.
since I'm in between
Um,
like
First
the
of all,
thing.
though, we also like first in the order of things would be that Solomon also does his detect good and evil,
No, I'm sorry.
or
Hold on. I
detect
have to
evil.
stop you there. I have to stop you there because
Hmm.
due to Paladin, I'm really sorry. This is the first time I've ever played a Paladin. I didn't
Hmm.
realize that I actually did have a cap on that, and
Yeah.
I have already used it twice, and we have not long rest, so I do not use that. I am just
Okay.
twerking
You're just doing that. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I am out of that, which is
Yeah.
so dumb because I would have saved those, and I'm so sorry, guys.
You're
God
good. You're
dang
good.
it. God dang
We're in it to win it. It's fine.
Right on
Yeah.
brand for
It's
this party. It's totally
it's
Yeah.
pretty much on brand, yeah.
But I'm out, so
um
do not say anything north of that.
yep, that's
I'm making like
okay.
rainbow with like little creatures like running back and forth across the rainbow
Yeah.
between the two twerking
This just feels like
large
a
shelled
Oh
creatures.
wow.
So the tower shield.
Oh,
Uh-huh. Okay,
right,
okay, yeah.
literally right behind the head of this, like, I mean, we don't know, or I don't know this, but right behind the head of this fucking guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely nice.
yeah.
While you really do your best to entertain, but don't seem to get very far with it, Sherwin's at least picking up that he doesn't seem to be the favorite right now, and he just went and there's food, and he also did see, just with your passive perception, you have a 13, so you see the new food come in, floating into the room, being set onto the table, not very far, like pretty much right there at the other end. Um, and yeah, you can absolutely try to steal some food from that.
Yeah, I would just maybe take like two little, hors d'oeuvres or whatever is coming out on the plate,
Mm-hmm.
and like almost like take them, wait for the plate to get sat down,
Yeah.
then like go back over to the plate, put it back
Mhm.
on the plate, and pick up the plate and start to like walk around with it, like offering everybody some.
Okay. Yeah.
While he's
Nice.
doing that, I
Are
would
you
That's
like
also
actually
eating
to.
some
legit.
of it, or just off
Yeah,
right now?
yeah. No, I'll like
Okay.
take a nibble and then go to this like probably go to the ghost right here first. Be like,
Okay.
"Oh, would you like one
Just
on your
before
plate,
you
sir?"
take a nibble, the ghosts turn to you with a look of just anger on their face.
Oh shit.
Pure
Do
Blocking this,
do I
I would
do
like
I
to.
do I
Okay.
notice that?
You will notice it because one ghost, you're about to offer him some food from
Hmm.
their own plate, and you pretty much look him in the eye at this point. You will see him turn just wrathful. His face changes. He gets those very, very deep shadows in some places that shouldn't be there because he's translucent, and he just gets this really distorted face with the deepest lines on his forehead and the beadiest, most evil eyes you've seen so far in this whole palace.
When I notice that, I would immediately just like stop chewing, open my mouth, and like tip my head down and drop it
Uh-huh.
right back onto the plate.
Okay.
Be like,
They
"Ooh,
still look pretty pissed off. Like the guy really looks pissed off. What else did the others want to do? At
So
least
as soon
some
as
of
I
you.
clock this,
Mm-hmm.
so being the ship captain, one of
Mm-hmm.
my items that I am proficient with is a belaying pin.
Mm-hmm.
Being just a large chunk of wood, would
Yeah.
I be able to roll the same attack roll with my bedpost, which is a magical weapon technically?
Yeah, you can
Um,
do that.
so I want to, as soon as I see them get angry and all focus on Sherwin, I want to
Uh-huh.
take the magical bedpost because this is what I've been waiting for, is for them
Uh-huh.
not be paying close attention to me, and I want to try and take a sneak attack on the main guy
On
and
the
just
main guy.
whack
Okay.
him in the side of the head, and
Mm-hmm.
then with the bedpost, at the same time, I say, "Soren now,"
Okay.
and then I have Squigs also empower my attack with poison.
Okay. So the situation for what we will have to stop at, sadly, is we have a Goliath just cripping, doing the best moves he can as far as he
Twerking.
knows,
Twerking.
twerking right now,
Yeah,
yes,
oh
at the
yeah.
fireplace.
I'm
Exactly.
shaking
And we
me
have
ass.
yeah. Then we have Esther trying to get a sneak attack on the main guy. Soren just got kind of notice from Esther to do something, kind of the go. And we have Sherwin, who's facing a pretty pissed ghost. and you will definitely get your sneak attack in because right now nobody's paying much
All
attention.
eyes on me.
Hmm But after that, we will have to roll initiative and see where this goes.
And then we'll
So
probably
because I
be
have to go
done.
work,
Yep.
I
I'll
100% am not in
yeah.
the surprise attack.
You
There's no way.
don't know anything.
No.
Yeah.
The only person
You
that knows
don't.
anything is
I don't
Soren,
even.
who I already talked about. Like, if something goes down, be
Yes.
ready.
Yes,
Yes.
Try
I think we're
fire.
having a good
Like,
time.
that's where we're at.
Sherman's,
We're like, try fire,
yeah.
I guess. Like,
Yeah. So Sharon's almost as clueless because he's been, trying to interact and actually do some stuff. It just
I
didn't
just
go his way.
I just know that I
Sure.
fucked up.
Yeah.
You just spit food.
You
And
just
yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
oh.
he just lost food again.
I
Well,
ironically,
well,
the
well,
people
I'm
that are
sorry.
best in this situation have no idea what's
I
going on.
know. I
It
know.
was some
I know.
fresh pastries. It was really good food, but you spit it out again as soon as,
Oh man.
I
ghosts
didn't
start
mean to
turning on
offend
you.
anybody.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
was just like, perfect. Whack!
Like, just be glad you did that charisma save. That's all I'm gonna say, Esther.
Oh, I 100%. As soon as you were just like, yeah, you noticed, like, that you feel like you should have been doing something, but when it goes
Mhm.
away, I was like, yep, this isn't good. We're in a bad
No,
place.
no, it isn't good. Yeah, but we will just. I just made a note that that's where we're gonna start. So we'll start with your sneak attack and then go roll some initiative and see where this goes.
All right.
And yeah, we're just gonna have to see
I
how
don't want
you
to roll
get
the
out of
sneak
that
attack
one.
now because I've been doing
Yeah,
good.
got time for a roll. Nice.
17.
Oh,
All
fuck
right.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
on that guy. I'm just gonna tell you right now that that does hit. Like you will hit the guy. So we'll just start with
Okay.
you
So,
actually, finding out how much you do with what you just did.
awesome sauce. Because
Cool.
I was going to say, I'm actually rolling good as a player today. I would like to do that one more time before we get to
Sure.
next week.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Well, that interesting. I guess I'll see how this works out next week then. Have a good night until then, and we'll just speak and again next week. I guess it'll be
You are awesome. I
interesting fight.
appreciate you putting up with this party.
I love the party. It's the greatest party. I mean,
We are the greatest party that has ever been.
It is a
Oh,
party for
I wish-
sure.
I wish you guys were gonna be in our Monday one shot because
Oh my god, dude, this one's gonna be insane too. We're like
yeah, that one
basically
will
a
be
bard
interesting.
party, and we only have one person that's only 3 levels in bard, and we're a rock band.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty insane. Really looking forward to that as well. So that'll be 2 very interesting games in a row.
Hells
All
yes.
right.
I'm so excited for Monday too. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yep.
This was a great session. It's all of
Yeah,
them.
it was
I
really fun.
absolutely love your
Great
character,
character.
Oh,
dude.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's very fun.
Hell
Very fun.
yeah.
Thank you
It's
guys.
fun.
Actually, thank you guys very much because I don't know. I've wanted to play a tower shield character for a while, and everything is like, don't do it, and
Mhm.
I don't give a shit. But I'm gonna play it right. There is a reason why I'm playing the character the way I'm playing. There is actually a real reason.
I'm sure there is, and I'm really, really excited to find out because yeah,
Who
we'll
you
see how this
super
goes.
remind me of as that character is the rock guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay, okay. Like, wait, which one? Like Groot,
Drax.
Drax, or
Drax. No, not Drax. The guy that has his bug friend.
The one that's voiced by Taika
That's
Waititi.
that's
Yeah.
only because he's from New Zealand. That's
Yeah, I
not
was gonna say like he
Yeah.
like, and he's also dumb like that too though.
For me,
Like
Kind of is.
like
yeah.
he's
Kind of
really
is.
dumb and he sounds just like how you're voicing him. Like it's just like the whole time I'm just seeing this big rock character just like, oh yep, well, oh
All right, guys.
My buddy just died. Oh no! Oh,
We're
this is
calling it
bad.
for the night.
Well, I wanted to
Thank you
make
for
a big,
watching.
intimidating character with like
Thank you for hanging out.
like I work in like the dietary supplement industry. I'm in like
Yeah.
product development, and I have meetings every fucking
see you
week
guys
with Australians because
next
we do a lot of business
time.
over there.
Ah.
And it breaks my heart because like we join meetings and I'm like, hey, how's it going, everybody? And they're just like, oh yeah, doing real
Yep.
good. And I'm just like,
Yep.
whoa. But here's the best part. They're like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. They're like every week they're like, well, terrible news. We've lost an entire factory burned down. This is a real story. They're like, an entire factory burned down. Real sad. Terrible news. A bunch of people died. And you're like, whoa, that's fucked up. And then like the next week they're like, great news. We got a lot of business. We've grown, and it was the same fucking tone the whole time. Talked about people
Oh
dying
my
and
God! You're
people like
talking
doing
about the
great business. They
bushfires and shit that were
never,
going on over there,
they
huh?
never, yeah, they never changed tone. And I was like, wow, that's hilarious.